here. All right, I'm live. So we're going to put a horizontal ray right around this 11462 area. Obviously that's where we think the completion on this pattern will be, and from there we'll be able to judge what's all happening with the price of Bitcoin once we get up there, as I think we will get up there pretty quickly. Our RSI histogram is producing now positive momentum, so obviously depending on where we top out at, it could start forming some bearish divergence, which will then lead us to where we break down to. Right? And we want to see, we do want to see a close above 11.4. We did on the daily get a close above 10.6, which is going to trigger some bullish momentum for sure. I mean, we got a candle close above these EMAs, and as you can see, we did get our buy signal that came in on August 17th, and we are breaking out of this ascending triangle that we were in a bear flag with. So if we take out the previous bear flag, then we will have to then take out the start of where this bear flag began. All right. Yo, CoinFox. How's it going, brother? There's a lot of what's BTC looking like now. I mean, it's still kind of looking the same as I did analysis on yesterday. We obviously just broke out of this ascending triangle. We're looking at around an 8.5% to 9% move out of it. So that should put us right around this 11.4 area to make this measured move out of this triangle, and then we'll kind of figure out what happens from there, right? I mean, we'd be approaching the top end of this channel here. Depending on what our oscillators look like, we can make a judge as to where we're going from there. If we look at our stochastic, we can see that we are approaching the overbought area, but our RSI is still in the neutral territory, obviously leaning more towards the higher end of the RSI, around the 64 area. So looking pretty good. We got that buy signal that came in yesterday around midnight, or this morning around midnight. So looking pretty good for Bitcoin here. If we look at more of a longer term, like a 3-day chart, we're just barely hanging on to some of this positive momentum here. Okay, In terms of the RSI, you can obviously see that we have like hidden bullish divergence here, right? And so this, well, the Swing Trade Pro buy-sell dot is not really too helpful right now, but you can see that we are above all the EMAs, right? And we did basically just bounce off of it, and now we caught another bounce here off the 618 retrace around the 90, 95 area, right? So, I mean, the end of this pattern would probably put us right towards the top of this downsloping consolidation pattern that we've been in since June. Right, so we could do something like this, where we come up and touch it, maybe back test it one more time, and then we're out. That would make some sense, right? We could just make that W type pattern if we can hang on to this positive momentum, right, and make higher highs. That'd be pretty bullish if we did something like that. All right, well, let's take a look at Ethereum. Obviously, it looks a lot different than Bitcoin here, but similar. I mean, we're gonna, looks like we did double bottom here, right at the trend line that was drawn. Yeah, it's all right, man. Trend line that was drawn from the previous ascending triangle that we did make to get out of this structure, right? So we found support here, and obviously this looks a lot more bearish than Bitcoin, but we're making moves to the upside in negative momentum, so this could be potentially bullish if we start making some higher highs on some good volume, right? So what I want to see Ethereum do is break the 236 area, maybe in the coming weeks, to see how strong ETH is really going to hold up against Bitcoin here. Obviously, we all know that Bitcoin's still king. Anyways, let's look at some of the traditional markets right now. We got the S&P. We're still kind of in this bear flag, but we're trying to break above it. If we get above 294, I would say the bulls can reclaim this area here. We did put in a nice little double bottom. We could potentially see a move to the upside, right? We've got that negative momentum that's kind of now pointing towards the upside. This is a 3-day chart. The daily looks kind of good actually right now. We put in that double bottom. We go to a 4-hour. We could argue that we are a little bit overbought here on the 4-hour. There is some separation though, so we haven't really rolled over just yet. So we could see some upside move left in the market here. Looks like we're just resting right on this, right back into this channel that we broke down from. So if we see that the close above like 294, 295 area, that'd be pretty bullish. We could see this W pattern kind of play out, double bottom pattern. All right. But if we fail to break the neckline, we're just gonna head right back down and probably make new lows. If we fail at this area here, the 294 area, so we'll have to see how the market kind of reacts to that. Right now, looks like we have some waning positive momentum on the 4-hour. There is some divergence happening here, right? Bearish divergence. Although this is a smaller time frame, we're looking at a 4-hour chart. 3-day chart actually looked pretty good to me. Bullish engulfing candle. We got that hidden bullish divergence here, and on both oscillators. So, and this stochastic RSI is about to cross up. So that could be a good sign. I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens tomorrow. We did not engulf this 292.72 area, meaning we did not close above it. So a little bit of indecision here. We did get the double bottom, so we'll have to see how the futures and market opens tomorrow. It's a battle right now, guys. It's a battle. Definitely a battle. Yeah, CoinFox, that's possible. Again, though, we do have this bullish divergence here on the 3-day, right? If we look at a 3-day chart, it looks pretty good. You go to a 4-hour chart, it doesn't look so good. So we'll kind of have to reassess that tomorrow, how the market reacts to this double bottom that we created. And right at the neckline here, if we can get some volume to push the price up. We'll see. We'll see if buyers are ready to take it up. In the meantime, Bitcoin making moves. The weekly on the SPY. Weekly. Yeah, it doesn't look so good on the weekly, obviously. It looks like we didn't close below any of the EMAs, man, so, it's really tough to say. We're still showing some divergence here, man. Like, bullish divergence. So. But we are, right now, we are making, looks like lower levels of positive momentum, and it's not really in support of what's happening with the price. So if we make lower highs and we're making lower levels of positive Momo, then yeah, we're definitely going to take a dump, take a nosedive. But RSI is showing good stuff. Stochastic RSI is it's kind of, I'd say it's kind of neutral. Like, we have this separation here. We are sort of pointing down, but it looks like it's kind of wanting to turn back up, but it hasn't really decided yet. So I'd say, like, exactly right. The market sentiment is kind of neutral right now, neutral to bearish, sort of. That's what I would say. Let's take a look at gold. Gold, kind of in a consolidation pattern right here on the weekly. RSI way overbought, right? We're pointing down on the RSI. Stochastic's about to cross down. Let's go to a 3-day, get more of an idea. So we are still holding on to this positive momentum now, right? And RSI is overbought, but we are, so it looks like we're trying to correct back into the neutral area of not overbought. So we broke out of this huge triangle, right? Broke out of it, and the measured move on this is let's see. That's pretty serious dropout. Alright, so just to get a brief idea, right? So that's kind of the measured move of this. So this pattern is right around the 1700 area for gold. We're not on log scale. There we are. Okay. Yep. Percentage-wise, that's like 31%. 31%. So it's even higher than that. It's like right around 18. Yeah, it's around 1800. Yeah. Fox says we're going to see a pullback in gold and silver. Yeah, we very well could see a pullback. I mean, we did have a nice move to the upside already. I think we see that pullback as we approach the 618 around your 1600 area. That would make a lot of sense. See a pullback there. Oil. I mean, typically during this time of year, we see oil pull back, right, or gas pull back. I don't know, what ticker do you usually use? What ticker do you usually look at for oil? Fox. How about Baidu? Yeah, Baidu was looking pretty good. I mean, the chart looks like crap, but they're in an area where some serious value is to be had, because we need to try to. It needs to try to get back to this 135 area to really change price action or reverse the price action. So, Baidu. Also, if you were looking left, you could see that we were at a critical area of support down here. So Baidu, if this was our swing low, okay, which we haven't determined if this is actually the bottom on Baidu, okay, even though we had positive news on their earnings today. What we want to see from Baidu is at least, yes, please hit the like button. We want to see Baidu at least break 120.50 here. This is the 236, okay, retrace area. It's back. Right, so we want to see Baidu at least touch the 120 area, actually break this area to confirm this as a bottom. Right? Otherwise, this could just touch this. Well, it's right at 114 right now, so obviously that, you know, this obviously is definitely going to have a. If S&P does have a good day tomorrow, we're definitely going to see this thing break 120. Why not? So then this would be confirmed as a bottom, and we could see this thing retrace anywhere from the 382 to the 618. Okay. That's anywhere from $141 to $181 before we reverse the price action back down. Okay, Nick, just so you know that. So you don't get out of your option too early. You could definitely ride this thing all the way. If we do break 120 and we do get a back test of that 120 area, then you might want to take another long position there and ride that to the next fib retrace. Okay. Yep, we do have some gaps to fill around the 120 area too, so I wouldn't be surprised if this thing gapped up tomorrow. Or it's already gapping up right now, but I mean, it could gap up more. Why not? Right? We're at 114 right now. You got a gap in that 125, 126 area. Obviously, just fill this gap. Yeah, got that nice cross on the hourly, right? Earlier today, 11 o'clock this morning. Or was that this morning? That was yesterday afternoon. We got the buy signal. So, not yesterday. Friday afternoon. Now, if we go into a 15-minute chart, we would have saw the buy signal come in around the same time, 11:45 a.m. And also earlier this morning, around 11 o'clock this morning. But then you got this sell signal that would have thrown you off. That's why you don't trade on a 5-minute chart. You got to trade the Swing Trade Pro signals on the 15-minute chart, or I personally would use an hourly chart to get around the fake outs, right? And also pay attention every time we cross above the EMAs and above the Gaussian channel. You get a big move, right? Light sweet crude US over. Alright, let's see how that's. There you go. CL, by the way. The oil futures. Are these Russian oil futures? That's what you're trading? CoinFox? Okay. Go to 3-day, get a bigger idea. Okay. This looks like shenanigans. We go to our swing high and the swing low that we made here. So we nailed the 786 retrace, bounced off the 382 fib, got rejected by the 618, double bottomed, and now we're on our way back up. Definitely looks like we're on our way back up here, guys, on crude. Okay, this is a 3-day chart. Buy signal on the daily came in August 13th. We went on the 4-hour chart. I actually got a sell that came in, but yeah, I mean, this thing is making lower highs and overbought. So, well, if it can't find, if there's no buying pressure up here, then we'll probably come back down to test this area here. Hey, Dragonfly. Yeah, so for crude. Obviously, this $50.75 area is a critical support. But the 3-day chart looks pretty good. I mean, I would definitely still go with a movement to the upside with crude here. Although, well, we are getting some divergence happening on the 4-hour. Right, some divergence here. Push the price back down. And we're entering overbought territory on the stochastic RSI, although there is some separation. Some separation still, and we haven't rolled over just yet. And it looks like we were holding the 50% retrace as support, right? And we created this sort of rounding cup type deal here. So we'll see how we open tomorrow on it, but there is some slight divergence here, but the bearish divergence may not play out. Well, we are in actually, well, this particular chart is overall in a downtrend, right? You guys can see that, right? We are overall in a downtrend. Could call this a descending broadening wedge pattern that we could get a nice move from here. 48% to the upside once this is broken to make new highs. That is definitely not out of the cards if we break this neckline, which would put us right to the 1272 fib extension, right? Here's your crude. 3-day chart looking pretty bullish. We got that bullish divergence here happening on the 3-day chart. Hello. And Bitcoin doing things, guys. Bitcoin doing things. Let's get back to it. About to break 11K. And the top of the Keltner is like 1225. I think our measured move on this was 11.4. So we'll be looking out for that. We do see this. We got this cup, and it looks like we're making some sort of handle. So once we get to the top part of this, we'll figure out if we get price rejection there or we bust right through it. We should know pretty soon here. Let's go back to a 4-hour. Kind of catch the action here. Get some hype in the chat. Smash the like buttons up. Let's go, guys. If you guys have any requests for any other assets you guys want to look at, do let me know. I would be glad. I'd be glad to cover it for you. We are bullishly engulfing on the 4-hour chart. Okay, so for a cup and handle, how you want to measure that is from the top of the cup to the bottom of the cup is exactly the measured move percentage-wise. So if you want to look at the dollar amount, you can do that. So for this cup, if this is actually a cup, right? We're looking at. You gotta go to the candle bodies though, not the whole wick. Okay, so candle body to the top here is roughly around 15.5%. So, but we did draw, just to give you guys an idea of how we even started this whole run here, was the ascending triangle that was formed within this bear flag pattern. But the overall macro trend of Bitcoin right now is an uptrend. So these bear flags, the bear flag pattern that we formed actually formed a higher low. So that's why we're seeing upside movement here, right? And we did get that close above 10.6 on the daily. So that definitely spiked some price action to the upside. Right, we even have a confirmed buy signal that came in today at 12 o'clock. Joe, thanks so much for the tip, man. I really appreciate it. Appreciate that a lot. All right, so yeah, once we take out this bearish candle right here at 11.3, we don't really have too much to go. We just have to, like, we're right at the neckline here, right? So a little bit of buying pressure. If we get it, we'll definitely push us right past this 12.2 area. Like we just said, Dragon, like a 15.5% move total on this cup would put us right back up to this, right up to these levels, right? Right back up to that 11.4 area, which is where this measured move of this triangle is. Hey guys, I appreciate the tips and the likes and the subscribes and your guys' time right now. It's much appreciated. Try to catch this this action here to the upside, okay? You guys all don't know, Jackie is my wife, and she loves and supports me. Appreciate that. So, looking pretty good, man. We are diverging a little bit on the hourly, okay? I do want to warn you of that. We are diverging a little bit. Unless we spike higher here, we'll break that, but sure, I'll make you some cookies after this trade. Okay. Wow, we got 6 people watching right now. I appreciate all you guys taking your time out of the day to watch my live stream here. It really means a lot to me. Make sure you guys hit that like, that bell, and that sub, and the like, and you get cookies. Yes, Joe, you tell him. You tell her. All right. Let's take a look how GBTC closed today. Usually a precursor for what Bitcoin spot's going to do, and in my opinion, this looks pretty bullish. We got a nice bounce here. We closed up on the day like 2 or 3%, almost 4% actually after hours. We did get this nice bounce here that we actually bullishly engulfed this bearish candle here. So we are just going to resume the price action, in my opinion, to the upside on GBTC. Okay. Let's go back to Bitcoin. Bitcoin doing things. Can we break the leg resistance, people? Yeah, I need to get the word out about my streams a little bit more. That'd be good if I could do that. Let's see. We've got some rejection here. Looks like a little bit of price rejection here. We are topping out on the stochastic RSI. We have not rolled over yet. However, we do have some divergence, right? Some divergence. This is a 15-minute chart, though, guys. You can see we are definitely basing out for that divergence. We are basing out for it. Really? Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at a small time frame here. You guys want to at least be looking at hourly time frames to really get a good idea of the picture of what's happening, obviously. And we are actually on the hourly getting some divergence, as I had mentioned a few minutes ago. So let's see where we get. Where we get to on this move. We go wick to wick. We're right at the 618 fib retrace. Okay, this is a common area for the price action to reverse back to the downside. That really could happen here. You know, I know our measured move of this target is right around that 786, but we could just get a price action reversal right here. We are diverging on the hourly, but are we diverging on the 4-hour? That's the question. No, we are not. So there you go. 4-hour time frame looks pretty good. Ace. Yeah, high and buy, huh? Let's go to our Hawk and Ashy candles. So yeah, Hawk and Ashy candles kind of give you a better idea of what the candles are actually doing, or what the actual trend is like. So obviously there's more buying going on than selling, obviously. And if we, I also like to look at the Renko candles to give you an idea of momentum, okay, or volatility. So right now the Renko candles are actually pointing up, right? It's actually projecting this candle right here, this candle move. Right, this is a 4-hour chart. If we go to an hourly chart, we can see. I'm not trying to confuse anybody out here, but Renko is a type of candle to show volatility, and obviously we are seeing positive momentum, positive volatility to the upside here, right? Although on the stochastics it is topping out on the hourly, which kind of lines up with what we were talking about before about a little bit of bearish divergence on the hourly. 4-hour, no way. We're just crossing up right now. This is going to be a big move, guys. Based on the Renko candles here. We're talking about a big move setting up. Okay? Anyways, it looks like we are getting a little bit of a rejection here at the 618. I do expect some sort of, maybe consolidation around here if we do, if we are pointed to go to this 11.4 area, okay? Let's take a look at some other stocks here. Look at Overstock. Overstock. Another 3-day chart on Overstock. Okay, so yeah, we were in this downsloping channel. We broke it. I think they had some earnings or something that that hit a huge day on earnings. That day was like a 25% move, and then just dumped right after it. Okay. And literally back tested this breakout, bounced off of it, and now making headway back to the upside. I would say that Overstock is probably a buy here, even though the daily, we didn't actually get a daily buy signal in. Overbought. Yeah, right. Yeah. Overstock, overbought. Okay, so I want to look at a monthly Overstock. So this stock is obviously just range bound, right? Got a range here, got a range down here, and it's just been bouncing around in this area, right? Since 2002. Okay. I sold all my gold for Yuma. Yeah, so Overstock is just back testing the breakout right now. This is obviously a monthly chart. We go to a weekly chart. You can kind of get the picture, better picture, right? Let's get you guys some targets. This was our bottom. Clearly, it was our bottom. We hit the 50% retrace and dumped, right? We nailed the 236 and bounced. So now we're just gonna make more moves to the upside. Now we back tested and bounced. So I think Overstock has some potential for a nice move back to the upside. Just based on technicals. I mean, obviously, I haven't really been keeping up with the news on Overstock, but I know it does follow Bitcoin a little bit. So this is our new swing high for right now, $25 and change. What was it, Yuma? Yuma. Wow, huge gap up. Did they have some good news or something today? 141%. What is this? Was this a stock split? Okay. Yuma. Let's check out some of the earnings that are happening tomorrow. Let's look at some of these charts and see if we can predict what's going to happen with them. What do you guys got? Market. Yeah. Nick, you use Market Chameleon, right, for earnings. So tomorrow, what do we got? Let's just look at what we got for tomorrow. We got Home Depot, Kohl's, Medtronic. Let's just look at Home Depot and Kohl's real quick. Home Depot. Home Depot looks like it's in a nice uptrend on the weekly here. Is it still black? Yeah, Home Depot. Home Depot. Okay, Home Depot. Well, let's try to get an idea of what Home Depot is doing. Right, we are in a uptrend, overall uptrend. You know what, let me get my fib extensions on this. The unlock scale, okay. Let's just try to grab. Let's get a fib channel here. Where's my fib channel? Okay. So we can start from down here. We got 1-2 touches, that's all we need. Now that looks like it's fitting pretty good. Yeah. So you guys can just kind of tell right here that this is probably a good long setup, right? We touched the 25% retrace area, and we got a little bit of a bounce. This is a weekly chart. Let's go to a daily, or let's go to a 3-day actually. Kind of honing on the action. Looks like we're getting a bounce. We've got this, you could call this hidden bullish divergence actually, okay? Oh, not quite, it's like ever so slight. But we did get a sell signal that came in on the 3-day. Let's go with daily. So, yeah. Now you can see the bullish divergence, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 bounces, higher lows of negative momentum. Okay, that's looking pretty good to me. You think it dumps? Good. We do have a gap up here, and we are rejecting some of the EMAs up here. We are in the middle part of this channel. There isn't really much of a, well, there is a little bit of a squeeze here. We are in between these two fib channels. Okay. I'm going to get our fib retracement tool here and give you guys some targets. Just going to maximize this real quick. Could be a double top. I don't know, man. Looks still double toppy to me. We should probably use this as our... I'm using the previous swing high because we've created a bottom down here, okay? Yeah, it's potential triple top actually. And if we fail to get above this neckline tomorrow, you know, we should really have it. Is this reporting earnings? Oh, before market opens. Okay, so yeah, man, if market opens gap down tomorrow, this thing is definitely gonna have some issues, for sure. Well, we're gonna see what's gonna happen tomorrow. Let's go to an hourly chart. We did get a buy signal that came in on the hourly. Although you guys can kind of see we gapped up. We are we're trading, this has been bear flagged. It looks like we broke the neckline though, okay. We did break this neckline at some point, and we could end up back testing it and come down to fill this gap, which is what CoinFox is saying, that we could see Home Depot dump tomorrow. It's very possible to see a dump tomorrow on the earnings. Although we didn't get the sell signal in, man. What happened? Yeah. I hear that. Alright, well, if you guys want to know what the measured move of this potential pump or dump is, you can just go to the bottom of this, where we create a bottom here, to the top of this cup, which is right around 5 to 6% measured move, okay? We did break this neckline, though, and create another cup here, and looked like just consolidating. Just saying. I'm not saying that that this thing can't dump on bad news, because again, because oscillators are pointing down, right? Stochastics are pointing down. This is a 50-minute chart, though. Let's go to a 4-hour. And looks like this is kind of rolling over, right, on the R side. Stochastics are pointing up, though, with some separation. We're only just creating some positive momentum, right? We'll see what happens, man. 4-hour buy signal is in. We are at the 618 retrace, though, right? The golden zone. Or the 886, actually. We're at the 886. Which is usually a pattern completion for some sort of bearish Gartley pattern, or bearish bat. So we'll see what happens here on Home Depot. But they've been reporting dividends in our last couple quarters. So 1.03, 1.36, when they kind of kept the same dividend. So that's obviously bullish stuff, right? People like to see that. We've shown a lot of growth here. Alright, let's check out Coles. Again, we got this bear flag. We could have it test up to this neckline. That's what it looks like it's going to do. CMCM, take a look at that. Cheetah Mobile. Oh, this company is like trash. Look at this. Had this rising wedge or bear flag, rising wedge broke down. Huge breakdown. Wow. Let's see. So where did we get to? We got to like the 200% retrace. Wow. We got to the 200% retrace on this. That's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. Yeah, I mean, we do have like that rounding bottom happening here. I wouldn't touch this stock, man. You're gonna play the calls on this, dude? Send pics when you do. Wow. This looks absolutely terrible. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure there's no volume either. Yeah, I agree, CoinFox. I honestly wouldn't touch this. Wouldn't touch this. Let's take a look at GoPro. Looks like GoPro finally double bottomed. Or did it actually break its bottom? Well, I think it made a new low. It broke its low. Bear break! Looks kind of just like Cheetah Mobile, you know? You want to hope it does something like that. I find it so, yeah. Qualcomm, right? Let's see. Daily. So Qualcomm put in a nice double bottom here. Right, Adam and Eve double bottom. This neckline is right here, right at the 78 area. Now the measured move of this double bottom, 20%. Okay, 20% from the break, which puts us at a new all-time high. Oh, it doesn't put us at a new all-time high. I apologize about that. Qualcomm. What stock are you guys talking about? This CMCM? You guys know this company? This thing got wrecked. Look at this gap down. Oh my god. Talk about a good long area. You guys should buy the calls on this one. Oh my god. Look at that bear flag. There was a class action lawsuit against this company or something. To you Inc. Gap downage. I mean, it looks like it's looking ready for another dump. Tesla. Okay. Tesla. Let's see. So we got some divergence here on the stochastics. This looks like on 3-day. Are we in some sort of wedge or? I don't know what the hell this is. So, looks to me like we put in a higher low, right? This is a weekly. So, to me, this is like a double bottom, higher low. Looks pretty good to me. And in terms of getting along here. Alright. Let's get our targets. So this is our most discernible swing high. Here's our swing low. If we did bottom, then we're looking at. We already hit the 50% retrace, bounce off the 236, so we could consolidate in this range for a little bit before making another move to the upside. Your targets on this cup are like 46% once broken here. Once we break 260, you're looking at 40 to 45%. Well, it could be a good tweet, right? You're looking at a break potentially 45%. Yeah, this is exactly what you want to see when you take a long position. This W pattern forming. And boom. 45% would put you broke this neckline, right? 45%. Put you right back up to all-time highs. Put you right back up to all-time highs. Alright, let's go back to Bitcoin. What's Bitcoin doing? Bitcoin break yet? No. Not just yet. How are you, sir? So if you didn't catch the action before, Joseph, we're looking at the entire move of this cup or potential cup is 15.25%. So we'll at least get to this neckline around 11.3, 11.4. We'll touch that. Alright, CoinFox, thanks again for joining, and we will keep in touch, alright, buddy? But the measure move on just this triangle is around 8% or 9%. Just do it this way too. So right up to there, that's like 11.2 or so. 11.2 to 11.4 is pretty much what I'm thinking that this thing does. All right. Alright, so here's your hourly Bitcoin. Alright, and you guys have any other stocks or cryptos you want me to look at? Just let me know real quick before I jump here. Alright guys, so this is the golden area. This is part of the golden zone, so we could see a price action reverse here. I mean, that wouldn't surprise me. We did make a bottom here. We broke the 10,000 area. We bounced, kind of shuffled around this area, and then we broke it. So, back tested the 10.6 area before making another move to the upside. We're probably gonna test back in this range, unless we can just power right through this. So, well, we will find out here in the next couple hours, right? Alright guys, I'm going to tune out, and we'll catch you in the next stream. Maybe tomorrow we'll do another stream, right guys? Thanks again for watching, and make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Make sure you click that bell so you know when I come on live, and we'll catch you in the next stream guys. Thanks for watching.